Welcome back. We are going to continue our reading of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Last time we left off, we were on Tablet 9, which is entitled The Key of Freedom of Space. And Thoth said, "List ye, O man, hear ye my voice, teaching of wisdom and light of this cycle, teaching ye how to banish the darkness, teaching ye how to bring light in thy life. Seek ye, O man, to find the great pathway that leads to eternal life as a sun." It's kind of interesting that he correlates eternal life to being as a sun. I wonder if it's another metaphorical reference to us being beings of light, and somehow our consciousness is connected to light, which technically the sun is a star, so it's like, is there some connection to our consciousness and different stars? All right, let's continue. "Draw ye away from the veil of darkness, seek to become a light in the world, make of thyself a vessel of light, a focus of the sun of this space," or a focus for the sun of the space. Lift thou thine eyes to the cosmos, lift thou thine eyes to the light, speak in the words of the dweller, the chant that calls down the light. Sing thou the song of freedom, sing thou the song of the soul, create the high vibration that will make thee one with the whole. Blend all thyself with the cosmos, grow into one with the light. Be thou a channel of order, a pathway of law to the world. Thy light, O man, is the great light, shining through the shadow of flesh. Free must thou rise from the darkness before thou art one with the light. Shadows of darkness surround thee, life fills thee with its flow. But know, O man, thou must arise, and forth thy body go far to the plains that surround thee, and yet are one with thee too. Look all around thee, O man, see thine own light reflected, aye, even the darkness around thee. Thine own light pours forth through the veil. Seek thou for wisdom always, let not thine body betray. Keep in the path of the light wave. Shun thou the darkened way. Know thee that wisdom is lasting, existing since the all-soul began, creating harmony from the law that exists in the way. List ye, O man, the teachings of wisdom, list to the voice that speaks of the past time. I shall tell thee knowledge forgotten, tell ye of wisdom hidden in past time, lost in the midst of the darkness around me. Know ye, man, ye are the ultimate of all things. Only the knowledge of this is forgotten, lost when man cast into bondage, bound and fettered by the chains of the darkness. Long ago, I cast off my body, wandered I free through the vastness of ether, circled the angles that hold man in bondage. There again, he's mentioning the angles. I wonder if that's referring back to the last chapter we read about how he was astral projecting and going to like the edge of the universe, and the hounds at the barrier would try to entrap his soul, but they couldn't get him through certain angles. I wonder if that's referring back to that. And then I wonder too, in the previous paragraph I just read, it says bound and fettered by the chains of the darkness. Is that another metaphor referring back to like the incarnation cycle, about how we keep reincarnating with our memories wiped clean, and that's part of how we're cast into this bondage. It's like, is the bondage, I think when he says cast into the bondage, that might be referring to the incarnation cycles where we keep getting trapped in karma and reincarnating with our memories wiped clean, and then we have to keep starting over, and it's just this never-ending cycle. It's a never-ending bondage. I wonder if that's what he's talking about there, and if we can break this cycle, break free from it. I think that's what this chapter is about. Know ye, O man, ye are only a spirit, the body is nothing, the soul is all. Let not your body be a fetter. Cast off the darkness and travel in light. Cast off your body, O man, and be free, truly a light that is one with the light. When ye are free from the fetters of darkness, and travel in space as the son of the light, then ye shall know that space is not boundless, but truly bound by angles and curves. More reference to the angles and curves, and lots more references to about how our human bodies are like keeping us in bondage. Know ye, O man, that all exists is only an aspect of greater things yet to come. Matter is fluid and flows like a stream, constantly changing from one thing to another. I think that's another reference to about how matter is actually just energy, and energy is always flowing, and energy can't be created or destroyed. It's just constantly changing and being transmuted. I think that's another reference to how matter is just an illusion. We're living in a vibrational universe when he says that. When he says matter is fluid and flows like a stream, I think he's just talking about like energy flowing. All through the ages has knowledge existed, never been changed, though buried in darkness, never been lost, though forgotten by man. Know ye that throughout the space that ye dwell in are others as great as your own, interlaced through the heart of your matter, yet separate in space of their own. Once in time, long forgotten, I, Thoth, opened the doorway, penetrated into other spaces, and learned of the secrets concealed. Deep in the essence of matter are many mysteries concealed. 9 are the interlocked dimensions, and 9 are the cycles of space. 9 are the diffusions of consciousness, and 9 are the worlds within worlds. 9 are the lords of the cycles that come from above and below, spaces filled with concealed ones, for space is divided by time. Seek ye the key to the time-space, and ye shall unlock the gate. Seek ye the key to the time-space, and ye shall unlock the gate. Is he talking about time travel technology, or is he talking about astral projection? Know ye that throughout the space-time consciousness surely exists, though from our knowledge it is hidden, yet still forever exists. This is really interesting stuff, I mean, this is proof that, this guy Thoth had the same knowledge we do today. Like all this stuff he's talking about, this is, you have to have microscopes to figure this stuff out. You have to have measuring equipment, to measure time and the speed of light and space-time continuums and dimensions, and you have to have such a highly advanced understanding of mathematics and geometry and physics and quantum physics and all the stuff that he's describing in here. It's very metaphorical, but when you have the reference point to today's science and technology, it makes perfect sense. It's all in here, how everything is really just energy. Matter is just an illusion, because when you look at the atoms under a microscope, it's just a bunch of little balls of energy. And then when they broke open the atom, they found that was 99.9% empty. It's all in here. Gravity, the law of relativity, or the theory of relativity, all that stuff, it's all in here. All right, let's continue. Let's go to the next page here. And Thoth said, the key to the worlds within thee are found only within. For man is the gateway of mystery, and the key that is one with the one. Seek ye within the circle. Use the word I shall give. Open the gateway within thee, and surely thou too shall live. Man, ye think that ye liveth, but know it is life within death. For as sure as ye are bound to your body, for you no life exists. Only the soul is space free, has life that is really life. All else is only bondage, a fetter from which to be free. Think not that man is earth-born. Though come from the earth he may be, man is light-born spirit, but without knowing he can never be free. Darkness surrounds the light-born, darkness fetters the soul. Only the one who is seeking may ever hope to be free. Shadows around thee are falling, darkness fills all the space. Shine forth, O light of man's soul, fill thou the darkness of space. Ye are son of the great light. Remember, and ye shall be free. Stay not thou in the shadows. Spring forth from the darkness of night. Let thy soul be, O son born, fill with glory of light, freed from the bonds of the darkness, a soul that is one with the light. Thou art the key to all wisdom. Within thee is all time and space. I think that's another reference right there when he says, within thee is all time and space. And I think that's referring to how the whole experience we're having as a human is actually taking place inside of our brain, because the five sensory organs are just receiving data. It's electrical signals, and they're picking up data that is then sent to our brain, and then our brain decodes it, and the whole reality we experience is rendered inside of our own brain. Interesting stuff, the way he phrases this and words it. It's just so aligned with our modern day advanced understanding of biology and science and physics. Let's continue. Live not in bondage to darkness, free thou thy light form from night. Great light that fills all the cosmos, flow thou fully to man. Make of his body a light torch that shall never be quenched among men. Long in the past sought I wisdom, knowledge not known to man. Far to the past I traveled into space where time began. Sought I ever knew knowledge, to add to the wisdom I knew, yet only I found, did the future hold the key to wisdom I thought. Asked the Lords this question, where is the source of all? Answered in tones that were mighty. The voice of the Lord of the Nine, free thou thy soul from thy body, and come forth with me to the light. Forth I came from my body, a glittering flame in the night. Stood I before the Lord, bathed in the fire of light. Seized was I then by a force great beyond knowledge of man. So remember, anytime he says stuff like, forth I came from my body, he's talking about astral projection, or having an out-of-body experience. Cast was I into the abyss, through spaces unknown to man. Saw I the moldings of order from the chaos of angles of night. Saw I the light spring from order, and heard the voice of the light. Saw I the flame of the abyss, casting forth order and light. Saw order spring out of chaos. Saw light giving forth life. Then I heard the voice, hear thou, understand. The flame is the source of all things, containing all things in potentiality. I wonder if when he's talking about the flame is the source of all things, I wonder if he's talking about electrical energy. I wonder if that's what that's metaphorical for, is electrical energy. Because electrical energy is one of the sources of life. Like, we are electrical beings. So are all the other, all these other species on this planet. They're all, using electrical signals from central nervous systems to sensory organs that are getting interpreted by their brain, electrical signals to the brain. The order that sent forth light is a word, and from the word come life, and the existence of all. And again spoke the voice, saying, the life in thee is the word. Find thou the life within thee, and have powers to use of the word. Long I watched the light flame, pouring forth from the essence of fire, realizing that life but order, and that man is one with the fire. Back I came to my body, stood again with the nine, listened to the voice of the cycles, vibrate with powers they spoke. Know ye, O Thoth, that life is but the word of the fire. The life forth ye seek before thee is but the word of the world as a fire. Seek ye the path to the word, and powers shall surely be thine. Then I asked of the nine, O Lord, show me the path. Give the path to the wisdom. Show me the way to the word. Answered me then the Lord of the Nine, through order ye shall find the way. Saw ye that the word came from chaos? Saw ye not the light that came from fire? Look into the life, or look in thy life, for this order balance and order thy life. Quell all the chaos of the emotions, and thou shalt have order in life. Control your emotions. That's pretty much what all the yogis and Buddhas and people that meditate teach you, is how to control your emotions. Order brought forth from chaos will bring thee the word of the source, will thee the power of the cycles, and make thy soul a force that free will extend through the ages, a perfect sun from the source. Listen I to the voice, a deep thanked the words in my heart. Forever I sought the order that I might draw on the word. Know ye that he who attains it must ever in order be for use of the word through, or though this order has never and can never be. Take ye these words, O man, as part of thy life. Let them be. Seek thee to conquer this order, and one with the word thou shalt be. Put forth thy effort in gaining light on the pathway of life. Seek to be one with the sun's state. Seek to be solely the light. Hold thou thy thought on the oneness of light with the body of man. Know that all is order from chaos born into light. That is the end of tablet number 9. Lots of stuff about the architecture of the universe, and lots of stuff about how our human bodies, how our souls are like entrapped in our human bodies, and we can break free. And we can break free from the cycles, the reincarnation cycles is what he's talking about, or possibly the cycles, like how we referred to before, in the cycles of how humanity goes through these big ups and down cycles of reaching high levels of consciousness and then reaching very low levels of consciousness. Same thing again, but the Mayan calendars and stuff talk about this, because those are all those civilizations and their knowledge, the Mayans, the Aztecs, and before them, although all those civilizations were launched by Thoth and his crew. All right, next up is tablet number 10, entitled the Key of Time. All right, tablet number 10. And Thoth said, List ye, O man, take my wisdom, learn of his deep hidden mysteries of space. Learn of the thought that grew in the abyss, bringing order and harmony in space. Know ye, O man, that all exists has being only because of the law. Know ye the law, and ye shall be free. Never be bound by the fetters of night. Far, through strange spaces, I have journeyed into the depth of the abyss of time, till the end was revealed. Know ye the mystery is only mystery when it is knowledge unknown to man. When ye have plumbed the heart of all mystery, knowledge and wisdom will surely be thine. Seek ye and learn that time is the secret, whereby ye may be free of this space. And I think again what he's referring to there is that, time is just a third dimensional concept, kind of like just an illusion. And Thoth said, Long have I, the God of wisdom, sought wisdom I, and shall seek of eternity's end. For know that ever before me receding shall move the goal I seek to attain. Even the lords of the cycles know that not yet have they reached the goal. For with all their wisdom, they know that truth ever grows. Once in a past time I spoke to the dweller, asked of the mystery of time and space, asked him the question that surged in my being, saying, O Master, what is time? Then to me he spoke, the Master, Know ye, O Thoth, in the beginning there was void and nothingness, a timeless, spaceless nothingness. And into the nothingness came a thought, purposeful, all-pervading, and it filled the void. there existed no matter, only force, a movement, a vortex, or vibration of the purposeful thought that filled the void. If you ever study the law of attraction, they always talk about how your thoughts are vibrations. Well, they're talking about that same thing right here. Straight up says it right there. There existed no matter, only force, a movement, a vortex, or vibration of the purposeful thought that filled the void. Pretty interesting stuff if you ask me. And Thoth said, and I questioned the master, saying, was this thought eternal? And answered me the dweller, saying, in the beginning there was eternal thought, and for thought to be eternal, time must exist. So into the all-pervading thought grew the law of time. Sounds like they're saying time is just something that's made up inside of your mind. That's how I interpret that. It's just time is just this imaginary or illusionary thing that was just thought up inside of the mind or by some kind of consciousness. All right, let's continue. I, time which exists through all space, floating in a smooth rhythmic movement that is eternally in a state of fixation. Time changes not, but all things change in time. For time is the force that holds events separate. Each in its own proper place, time is not in motion, but ye move through time as your consciousness moves from one event to another. I by time yet exists all in all. An eternal one exists, or an eternal one existence. Know ye that even though in time ye are separate, yet still are one in all time existence. Kind of confusing stuff here, but I guess it's, you're talking about how time exists inside of our minds, and our minds are a third dimensional construct. Well, our analytical mind is a third dimensional construct, but the consciousness is multidimensional. Alright, next part. And Thoth said, ceased then the voice of the dweller, and departed I to ponder on time. For I knew that in these words lay wisdom, and a way to explore the mysteries of time. Oft did I ponder the words of the dweller, then I sought to solve the mystery of time. Found I that time moves through strange angles, yet only by curves could I hope to attain the key that would give me access to the time-space. Found I that only by moving upward, and yet again by moving to rightward, could I be free from the time of the movements. Forth I came from out of my body, moved in the movements that changed me in time. Strange were the sights I saw in my journeys, many the mysteries that opened to view. I saw man's beginning, learned from the past that nothing is new. Seek ye, O man, to learn the pathway that leads through the spaces that are formed forth in time. Forget not, O man, with all of thy seeking, that light is the goal ye shall seek to attain. Search ye for the light on thy pathway, and never for thee the goal shall endure. And ever for thee the goal shall endure. Let not thine heart turn ever to darkness, let light let shine, soul be a sun on the way. Know ye that eternal brightness, ye shall ever find thy soul hid in light. Never fettered by bondage or darkness, ever it shines forth a sun of the light. I know thou hidden in darkness your soul, a spark of the true flame exists. Be ye one with the greatest of all lights. Find the source and the end of thy goal. Light is life without the great light, nothing can ever exist. Know ye that in all formed matter the heart of light always exists. I, even though bound in the darkness, inherent light always exists. Once I stood in the halls of Amente and heard the voice of the lords of Amente saying, in tones that rang through the silence, words of power mighty and potent, chanted the songs of the cycles, the words that open the path to beyond. I saw the great path opened, and looked for the instant into the beyond. Saw I the movements of the cycles, vast as the thought of the source could convey. Knew I, then even infinity is moving on to some unthinkable end. When he says, I saw the path opened and looked instant into the beyond and saw the movements of the cycles, I wonder if he's meaning like he astral projects into the fourth dimension, and once he's in the fourth dimension, he's allowed, or he's able to view third dimensional past, present, and future, since outside of the fourth dimension, time doesn't exist. Time is only a third dimensional construct. Alright, let's continue. Saw I that the cosmos is order, and part of the movement that extends all to space, a party of an order of orders, constantly moving in harmony of space. Saw I the wheeling of cycles like vast circles across the sky. Knew I then that all has being is growing to meet yet another being in a far-off grouping of space and time. Knew I then that in words are power to open the planes that are hidden from man. I, that even in words lie hidden the key that will open above and below. Interesting stuff. Hark ye now, man, this word I leave with thee. Use it, and ye shall find power in its sound. Say ye the word Zin Uru, and power ye shall find. Yet must ye understand that man is of light, and light is of man. List ye, O man, and hear a mystery stranger than all that lies neath the sun. Know ye, O man, that all space is filled by worlds within worlds. I, one within the other, yet separate by law. Once in my search for deep buried wisdom, I opened the door that bars them from man. Called I from the other planes of being one who was fairer than the daughters of men. I called her from out of the spaces to shine as a light in the world of men. Used I the drum of the serpent, wore I the robe of purple and gold, placed on my head I the crown of silver, around me the circle of Canabar shone. Raised I my arms and cried the invocation that opens the path to the plains beyond. Cried to the lords of the signs in their houses, lords of the two horizons, watchers of the treble gates, stand ye one at the right and one at the left. As the star rises to its throne and rules over his sign. I wonder if he's referring to like zodiac signs or some kind of astrology there. I thou, dark Prince of Arulu, opened the gates of the dim, hidden land and released her whom ye kept imprisoned. Hear ye, dark lords and shining ones, and by their secret names, names which I know and can pronounce, hear ye and obey my will. Lit I then with flame my circle, and called her in the space plains beyond. Daughter of light returned from Arulu. 7 times and 7 times I have passed through the fire. Food have I not eaten, water have I not drunk. I called thee from Arulu, from the realms of the Ikershigal. I summoned thee, Lady of Light. Then before me rose the dark figures the figures of the lords of Arulu. Parted they before me, and forth came the Lady of Light. Free was she now from the lords of the night, free to live in the light of the earth's sun, free to live as a child of light. Hear ye and listen, O my children. Magic is knowledge, and only is law. Be not afraid of the power within thee, for it follows law as the stars in the sky. Know ye that to be without knowledge wisdom is magic and not of law. But know ye that ever ye be knowledge can approach closer to the place of the sun. List ye, my children, follow my teaching. Be ye ever seeker of light. Shine in the world of men all around thee, a light on the path that shall shine among men. Follow ye and learn of my magic. Know that all force is thine if thou wilt. Fear not the path that leads thee to knowledge, but rather shun ye the dark road. Light is thine, O man, for the taking. Cast off the fetters, and thou shalt be free. Know ye that the soul is living in bondage, fettered by fears that hold ye in thrall. Open thine eyes and see the great sunlight. Be not afraid, for all is thine own. Fear is the lord of the dark Arulu. To he who never faced the dark fear, I know that fear has existence, created by those who are bound by their fears. Shake off thy bondage, O children, and walk in the light of the glorious day. Never turn thy thoughts into darkness, and surely ye shall be one with the light. Man is only what he believeth, a brother of darkness or a child of light. Come through into the light, my children. Walk in the pathway that leads to the sun. Hark ye now, and list to my wisdom. Use thou the word I have given unto thee. Use it, and surely thou shalt find power and wisdom and light to walk in the way. Seek ye and find the key I have given, and ever shalt be a child of the light. All right, that is the end of tablet number 10.